welcome to a new episode of a Crafterstale podcast. My name is Lina and I'm coming to you from southern Sweden. Today we had a little more snow. We had a really warm weather now, the 2 weeks of March. And yesterday there came a little bit of snow and today it almost snowed all day. And I had hoped that spring would come now, but that's totally normal in Sweden, that in March can be quite cold and from 10 degrees to minus 10 degrees. So but I hope that spring will come back really soon, because I really enjoyed the sun and the warmth, and but yes. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about my handmade wardrobe, because I already actually recorded this episode about my handmade wardrobe in summer, or in late summer, when we still lived in Germany, but it was the time before we moved, so it was really stressful. We packed a lot, and it didn't have the time to edit it, and then I totally forgot about it. And then when we came to Sweden and we had settled down, I had totally forgotten about this episode, and so now I'm recording a new one and talk about my handmade wardrobe and my goals and my dreams for it. But first I will show you some works in progress, because I don't have finished objects. I have one finished object, this one, but I will talk about this in the end of the episode, because this is a special one. So yes, let's talk about works in progress. And the first work in progress I've cast on last week is the Aftonsul sweater for my boyfriend Lucas. And I've come so far, because the goal is that he will knit the body, because there's stockinette all the body, and then up here there is color work. And so the goal is that he will knit almost all the body, but I don't know how that will go. He has knitted 1 or 2 rounds, and there were several, he dropped several stitches already, so we'll see how that goes. But I think I will knit the main part of the sweater in the end. But it's fun if he can say at least that he has knitted a few rows. So on this yarn is Järbo 2 ull, and it's actually I said in the last episode I would knit the Aftonsul in the same yarn that I knitted my Morgonstjärna cardigan in, but I knitted a swatch, and the contrast was not enough. I think I didn't like the contrast between the 2 grays I had, and so I decided to sell the yarn I had for the sweater and order a new one. So I did, and I ordered the yarn that is the yarn that the pattern is knitted in, or designed in. I can show you. See. So it's this sweater that I will knit, and the color I've chosen for the body is a little bit lighter than in the picture, but the dark one is the same, I think. See, you can see again. So pretty. And I actually will make a cardigan out of this sweater as well, because I've knitted him 2 sweaters already. And yeah, I asked him if he would like to have a cardigan, and he said yes. So I I've dropped some stitches. Ooh. I added 7 stick stitches, or was it 9? No, I think 7 stick stitches in the middle. So yeah, I will stick it in the end, and yeah, hopefully it turns out okay, because the design is for a sweater. But I think I have done it before, sticked sweaters, but just adding a few stitches, and it worked out fine. So I think it will work out. Yes, so that was one work in progress, and the second one is, it's a sweater for Saga, because yeah, I felt that she needed a warm sweater that she can wear outside now that's a little bit warmer. And let me show you. It's the Wildmark's barn, I think, Genseren. It's from a Norwegian designer called, oh, I will put it here, what's her name on Instagram, but she makes these really beautiful colorwork sweaters, and she's knitting a lot in Alafoss Lopi and Let Lopi. And yeah, this design is in Per Gynt. It's from Sandnes, I think, but I had a bunch of Let Lopi at home, and yeah, I actually bought this yarn for the Maya cardigan I wanted to knit, but I felt that Saga needed a sweater more than I needed the Maya cardigan, and I can knit it in autumn or something. But yeah, I felt that she needed it now, so I used the yarn for it, and this beautiful green and this beige and this rusty red. Yeah, and I'm almost done. Just a few rows left on the yoke, and then yeah, it's done. And I knitted the second size. It's for 2 years, so that you can have it for a long time, because I don't want it to just fit this spring, and then next year it's too small. So I knitted it really big, and yeah, so I think it's gonna be cozy for her. I think she will look really cute in it. Yes, so that's a really fun pattern. That was the second work in progress. Do we have one more? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I know. I just remembered I have a finished object, and it's my slipover. Of course, it's a little bit wrinkled, and yeah, so I finished a couple of weeks ago already. It's knitted in alpaca yarn, and yeah, it's really comfy and cozy. And I bind off with tubular cast off everywhere. There's ribbing. Really like that. Before I didn't like the tubular cast off, because I thought it was so complicated, and I never remembered how to do it. I had to watch a video every time, and then I always said no, I make the regular cast bind off. But now I know how to do it. I don't have to watch anymore, and now I really like the ending that it is creating, and so I have used it lots different projects. And the great thing with this slipover is that I can wear it over all my dresses, and yeah, the color is great. It fits for all my different dresses. And I really love this neutral beige color right now. Really in love with this color. Yes, so I think I will absolutely knit more slipovers, maybe a really short one, because some of my dresses, they end like they have at the end here, and then there's the skirt. So I would like to have a slip over this only and to here. So I think I will do that because it's great in now in spring. It's if you are too warm to have a sweater, you can just have a slip over your dress, or yeah, and it looks really cute. I actually recorded a movie that I put up on my Instagram movies, or how to call it. Yeah, you can go and watch there. It's, yeah, I just filmed a little bit my favorite spring outfits with different dresses and cardigans and the slip over, and yeah, turned out really fun. So go and watch that if you like. Maybe I can include the little video here in the episode. I will see if that works. Yes, that was all my knits right now. As I said, I will talk about this in the end of the episode. So, something more I want to show you. Oh yes, I bought some stitch markers. Actually, I don't need any stitch markers, but I saw them and I just fell in love, and I had to buy them. So I will show you them too. Look at these little teacup and potty pot, a little bee, and globe. So cute, and it's by Thread Lightly. She has an Etsy shop based in Sweden, and yes, so cute. So go check her out. She has really beautiful yarn as well, hand-dyed yarns, and beautiful stitch markers. Talking about stitch markers, yeah, when I received these stitch markers, I thought, oh, it would be fun to make some more, just because it's fun. And I had I found some necklaces in a second-hand shop here in our town, and I used the pearls for it to make a bunch of stitch markers, and I will show them to you. In the end I made so many, so I thought I would put them in my Etsy shop. If you are interested, you can go in there and buy them. Yeah, but I thought I would show you some. I made some pretty glass pearls, different ones, and then I made this one it's from the necklace that I found in the second-hand shop. One more. Then I have these tiny ones as well. And so you see, my favorite ones are these pearls. Yeah, And some more. Yeah, this from corals, yeah, stitch markers. So yes, if you're interested in some of these stitch markers, you can go to my Etsy shop. I will link it down below. Yeah, just other thing. I just got inspired and I couldn't stop. So, and I don't need so many. So I thought I will, yeah, try if someone wants them, and when not, I will maybe gift them away or something. But if you're interested, they are in my Etsy shop. Yes, so that was stitch markers. Now I wanted to talk about my handmade wardrobe. So I already started a couple of years ago that I'm not buying any new clothes or almost new clothes. I just buy basics like underwear and leggings. Yeah, I love leggings. I use them all the time because I'm almost always wearing a dress or a skirt, and then I always use my leggings. I love my leggings, and so that's the only thing actually I buy. We didn't buy almost any new clothes for Saga either. She got a bunch of new clothes from her grandparents and so, but we didn't buy her anything new, almost. Because yeah, there's so many, for children it's really easy to get secondhand, of course, because they grow out of things so fast. And then I made her things as well, and my mom and knitted things for her, and my sister, she did sew a bunch of clothes for her. And so yes, for children I think it's really easy to buy secondhand clothing and make your own, because it's quick, it's not so much fabric or yarn. Yeah, the bigger they get, the more you need, but yeah, you know what I mean. And for me, I really like to buy secondhand clothing. You can find in Sweden, there are really great secondhand shops, especially in the bigger cities, in Stockholm or Malmö, or yeah, there's great secondhand shops. You can find really quality clothing there. And so every time I am in Stockholm, when I have the chance, I go to a secondhand. But we have a great secondhand shop here in our town as well, and there I found some really great things. But yeah, I also like, of course, to make my own clothes, and I have a dream for my wardrobe, and that is I would love for my wardrobe in a couple of years to look like 18th century wardrobe, but with a modern touch. So that means lots of linen dresses, skirts, vests, and Lucas, he really likes it as well. So yeah, I try to make some things for him as well. And he already has some clothing that fits for this time era. And so I really want to make more 18th century inspired clothing with a modern touch. So it's so I don't, because I don't want to wear a corset or what's the name? Under the dresses. It would be fun to sew a corset someday, but it's really complicated, but that would be really fun to do, because I really like, as you maybe know, sewing historical clothing, accurate historical clothing. But so far I have only sewn medieval clothing, and that's a lot simpler than 18th century clothing, because 18th century it's tailored oftentimes, and medieval clothing it's often not tailored. It's just rectangular pieces and gussets, and so it's quite easy to make. But I would like to, I'm always looking out for patterns that you can adapt, sewing patterns from the 18th century or inspired by the 18th century that you can buy, but I think it's really hard to find. If you have any tips for me how to get some great patterns, then let me know in the comments. I would be really grateful for that. But yes, you know, my green, I have sewn 2 linen dresses last year, my hinterland dresses, and the green one I modified so it has a circle skirt, and I really love them, but I would like this year to make more things in neutral colors so I can wear them with my colorful cardigans, or so I can mix it a bit, because right now I have not so many colorful, I have many colorful cardigans and sweaters and my dresses as well, the green one, and then I have a turquoise dress. So I would really love to make some dress in gray or maybe beige or white, and skirts as well, so I can have a more complete look, because right now I think it's too much often, because I have a green dress and then I have a blue cardigan. I would like to have either a neutral color sweater or cardigan and a colorful dress, or the opposite. So I have, my goal for this year is to knit more garments in neutral colors, so in beige, in gray and white, and maybe brown. I've never been drawn to brown that much, and I always thought I wouldn't look good in brown, but I think I will give it a try this year, because somehow I've been drawn more to brown this year. So I think I will knit something in some cardigan or sweater in some brown color this year. And then I want to, as I said, sew more in neutrals. And talking about neutrals, Amsele is her name on Instagram. Her name is Michelle. She asked me if I would like to test sew her new pattern, a linen dress. It's called Alma dress, I think. I will put it here, and go check her out. She's a really beautiful Instagram, and it was really hard for me to choose a fabric, and in the end I chose this beautiful indigo blue linen fabric, because I thought I don't actually have a blue dress, so that I need in my wardrobe, absolutely, because blue is my absolute favorite color, and I cannot be without a blue linen dress, I thought. So, and I really like this color. It's dark and nice. Oh, Saga is awake. Just go and get her real quick. So we are back. Yes, so the fabric is from Lovely Home Idea. I ordered it on Etsy, and it's a shop from Lithuania. I think it was Lithuania, but I will put the information down below for this Etsy shop. And the fabric is Oekotex certified. so it's not God certified. I really like that would be perfect. If it would be God certified, but I think it's really hard to find nice colors in God certified linen fabric. So yeah, but I think Oeko-Tex is the next best thing, and it's washed linen, so it's really soft already, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to sewing this pattern. I couldn't print out the pattern because we don't have a printer, and usually I go to the library in the town, but the library was closed or is closed because of Corona, and I don't know when they will open again. So my mom, she sent me a package with some things, and I asked my sister if she could print out the pattern for me and put it in the package. So the package will come hopefully tomorrow, and then I can start sewing. Yeah, and I ordered quite much fabric, I think 4 meters, so maybe it will be enough to sew something little for Saga as well. Yeah, what more can I say about my wardrobe? Yeah, my dream in maybe 10 years really would be that I can make our clothes for the entire family. Maybe not everything, but much. And luckily, Lucas gets me quite free hands what to make, and I like his style as well. So that's good. So because sometimes you have to knit for someone that don't has your style, and it's not fun. And for him, I can just show him a picture of a sweater and ask him if it's okay that I knit this, and he's happy about it. And yeah, and he likes linen clothing as well. So I sewn him a shirt last summer, and I have some fabric left that I will make. So I will make another one for him for this year. And so yeah, that's the goal and the dream anyways. And that's maybe Saga decides when she's getting older. No, I won't wear anything knitted, dear mom, or so, but I don't hope so. My little nieces, they are really appreciating all their knits by me and my mom, and yeah, my sister, she's more sewing for them, so they really appreciate when she makes things for them. They can just say, oh mom, can you sew me a dress like this, and she makes it. And yeah, so they really appreciated it and love it, and I hope Saga will be the same. Maybe not when she's a teenager, but then she can decide on her own what she wants to wear. Yes. Do I have something more? Yeah, when one of my goals as well is that I will, in the extent that it's possible, I will try to use sustainable fabrics and yarns. Yeah, it's not always so easy to find sustainable fabrics and yarns, because often it's really expensive, and sometimes you don't have the money to put on this. But yeah, I always try to really, yeah, before I just knitted what I liked, and I didn't think about the yarn at all that I bought and how it is produced, and now I look closer when I buy yarn, and I try to find out where the wool is coming from if it's not saying, and how it is produced, and so yes, so it can be so I can buy it with a good conscience. It's not always, of course, that I think about it. I sometimes buy cheap yarns, but yeah, I would like to really look more closely every time I buy yarn, and it's the goal that I will do so. So I will plan more closely what garments I really need, because I don't want to have too many clothes as well. I really want to plan close what I need, and then I can save up money for a special project as well. So then it's okay when it takes a couple of months to save up the money to buy this special yarn that is sustainably produced. But I'm not really quite there yet, but that's the dream anyway, to always think about it, to always, because we try to live quite sustainably, but it's not possible in every way. But yeah, the absolute perfect would be if you could be sustainable in everything you do, in the food you eat, in the garments you buy or make, and yeah, in everything you buy. Because then if everyone would think like that, to think a little bit more sustainable, the world would be a better place, right? So yeah, the best thing you can do is to do your best and try. Nobody is perfect, of course, and not everyone has the funds to do it, and yeah, but that's what I try to do, that I try to save up money so I can buy yarn that is sustainable and better for the environment. It's also the reason why I don't use superwash. I almost never buy superwash yarn, because the process it's not really good for the environment, and yeah, and then I don't like the feeling as well, because I think the superwash takes away the quality of the wool. So because it's the little the what do you call them? We'll put it here, the word. Yeah, you take them away in the superwash process, and it's them that make the wool airy, and it's they who let the wool feel dry, but it's actually wet. So when you're outside and you're wearing a really woolly sweater and it's raining, wool can soak up to 70% of moist of water before you even feel that it is wet. So that's quite impressive, I think. And when the wool is superwash treated, or the yarn is superwash treated, you take away this you can stop. I don't find the right word right now. Yes, but a good example for how much water wool can soak in before it feels wet. When I went to the folk high school a couple of years back, in winter we had we trained on the ice how it feels to fall in if the ice breaks, and how you can how you can save yourself and pull yourself out of the water again. And some of the students, they had like everything on. They had shoes and a big jacket and everything, but I jumped in with woolly pants or woolly leggings and a thin wool sweater, and I think did I have shoes? I think I was barefoot. Or I had socks, woolen socks, and I was in the water to here. I jumped in the freezing cold water, and when I came out, I walked to the sauna. It was just a couple of meters, but it didn't feel when I took off my clothes. They were not soaked with water. They were they were wet, but not soaking wet. So that was really, and in some places they didn't even feel wet. So that was, I thought, really impressive what wool can do, and what, yeah. Yeah. Yes, and now I think I've talked enough about my handmade wardrobe. I think you understand what I wanted to say. If you have questions, just ask them in the comments, and I will try to answer them. Yeah, the last thing I wanted to show you is my new shawl design. We'll take it off so you can see it. Hopefully Saga is okay for a few more minutes. So let me show you how it looks. So this is my new shawl design called vår. Vår means spring in Swedish, and the little dots scattered across the shawl are symbolizing catkins, and even the border is small catkins growing there. And this shawl is a crescent shaped shawl. See? Oh. It's a crescent shaped shawl. See, it's pretty long. And you knit the shawl first. It's a top down shawl sweater. So you start here and knit down. You make the increases here with yarn overs, and then you knit the border in the end. Let me show you the border. I think it turned out so nice. And this beautiful yarn was kindly sponsored to me by Woolen Twine. She's a wonderful natural dyer from Germany. If you don't know her, go check her out. Her name is Woolen Twine on Instagram. Her name is Jule. So thank you so much, dear Jule, for sponsoring me this beautiful yarn. The yarn it's a BFL, so Blue-Faced Leicester Masham mix, and the colorway is called Eucalyptus, and I think it's perfect for this design, for the spring theme, because the grass, when the snow is melting, looks exactly like this color. And so yes, so I'm writing the pattern right now, and hopefully it will be finished soon, and then I will look for test knitters because I want to publish it in the end of April, beginning of May. It depends a little bit on how fast the test knitters can finish it. But that would be wonderful if I can publish it in the beginning of May. So yes, and I really love this shawl. This is my favorite shape for a shawl because you can drape it so wonderful around your neck, and you can have it several layers where you can have it this, and yeah, I think I'm really happy how this design turned out, and the yarn is just perfect for it. And yes, I hope you like it as well. It's not really happy right now. Komm her. Komm auch zu mir. Du willst nicht. Hm? Kannst du ein Buch angucken? Komm her. Komm her. Oh, oh God. So yeah, that was my shawl. Oh. And the last thing I wanted to show you is some carving. This time it's not noster pins. I have some noster pins going on, but there's not so much to show you yet. I think I will show you more next time because I have some fun custom orders that I'm making, and yeah, I have to ask first if it's okay that I share it in public about this custom order. So yeah, but the carvings, I have done some carving, and it's spoons. I have carved quite many spoons some years back, and when I was on a folk high school I carved lots of spoons, but I haven't done spoons in maybe two and a half years now. And I watched Hannah og Eir's podcast on Patreon, and Caroline, she talked so passionately about some spoons she had purchased, I think, and how nice it was to eat with a wooden spoon. And yeah, she talked so passionately about it, and I was really inspired by her words. And then I found that spoon that I had started. It was not finished yet, and I decided to finish it, and I finished it in just a day, and I'm really happy how it turned out. It's in birchwood, and then I was on a walk with Saga, and I found a wind-fallen brand from a birch, and the next day I took a saw with me and took some pieces and took them home, and yeah, started a new spoon, and I've come this far with it. It's a little bit light right now, and it's not quite finished yet. It has to dry now a couple of days, because yeah, I carved this in fresh wood. It's always most fun to carve in fresh wood, especially birch, because it's really like butter when you carve in fresh wood. And my nose pins I always carve in dry wood, and it's also fun because you can make many details, and yeah, but it's much harder on your hands as well. And yeah, carving in fresh wood, it tastes like butter. So yes, if you want to see how I made this spoon, you can go to my Fox and the Sheep Instagram, and I have a story saved there on how I made this. Not really detailed. I think it will make more detailed story and on how to carve, make a tutorial on how to carve a spoon, but it shows in a few steps how I made this. And yeah, it's so much fun. I have really forgotten how much fun it was to carve spoons, and I will do more because I have a lot of material now for spoons. So I have some in the refrigerator right now, resting there, so it keeps fresh. And so yes, the next spoon I will make is for Saga. I will make her a little spoon she can eat with. And yeah, I think these two, this one is finished, but yeah, when I finish this one, I will put them in my Etsy shop if someone is interested, so you can find them there. Cool. Yeah, and that was everything for this episode. I really hope you liked it. I will, as always, include some videos and pictures in the end. And yeah, I see you really soon. So bye. Have a good time, and yes, bye.